Hello everyone and welcome back to Gold Mining Simulator. I'm your host JC and I'm just working on getting the plant set up here. I had it almost completely done and then the excavator glitched out. It was like a ghost excavator kind of. I don't know how else to explain it. It was really weird, but I get out of the machine and I could not see the machine. I had to use the tab feature to get into it, and then I couldn't hook cables up to it because I couldn't see where the hooks were for the cables. And so I had to load a previous save, so part of it's done already. We're just going to finish putting this trommel in here. We got a couple of sluices to put in also. Come on, spin. There we go. And then we got to move the rest of the stuff over here. The Glacier Creek and such. Alright, let's go ahead and lower this down a little bit. Swing it to the right. Done. Alright. Now we can go grab the sluices and put those in. Well, there went two of my cables because it hooked onto something. Let's get that fixed real quick before we go any further because we need those. I mean, we don't really need them for the trommels, but we need them for the Glacier Creek and the other stuff, so might as well get them now. Alright, there we go. Lift it back up. Spin it to the right. So we're going to be putting in the one with the grates first. And then I'm just going to move the Glacier Creek and the hopper feeder over. So hopefully I don't have to move like 2 or 3 items to get to what I need. They should all end up over here where I'm heading right now. Probably the best bet is to get this from the right side. Now's kind of when I wish I had the transport container over here. I might try to use the 5-meter ones on this stuff. A little bit easier to finagle. Alright, so if we come to about here, spin to the left, we'll have to back up a little bit. And then drop her down. There we go. Go ahead and hop out. Let's see, this cable goes here. This one goes over here. It's moving on me, that's not good. Let's see, this one goes to this one. Double check to make sure I'm getting the right one. Yeah, I've never had the thing ghost out like that on me before. It was kind of weird. I've seen it on somebody else's video, but I've never seen it personally myself. Definitely kind of weird. I should have saved it and then, you know, had like a little ghost experience over the top of this one. But I just deleted that recording. It wasn't worth it. So hopefully we can get this in pretty quickly and get all this stuff over here. I'll do all the cables off camera because that's pretty damn Vorg anyway. At least here you have a chance to see some snap cables and stuff flying around. Alright, I may have to use the, yep, I'm going to have to use the digger thing. So let's extend that up. And it falls into place. Perfect. Come back over here, get the last sluice. I gotta see, I think I want to grab it from this side. I don't remember. I looked at it for a second earlier and forgot already. Too much stuff going on. Alright, so in and out, I need to turn around and pick it up. Swing these cables around. Hopefully I don't hook them into the roof. There we go. And drop her. That should be pretty good. We're going to use a little more fuel because I'm just going to go ahead and leave it on. It's not that big a deal. This one goes here. This one goes here. Switch to the other side. Let's see, this one goes over here, and this one goes over here. I believe that's right. So if we were to pick it up, and we're going to go ahead and roll this in too. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's go ahead and spin it around. Actually, let's just back it up over there. It's about the same speed anyway. And then I will run up and grab, use a tablet to move some stuff over here. And about there. Oh, wrong button. That's what it. Digging. Perfect. Pick this back up. Swing it around. Hop out for a second. Run up to the tablet. Maybe I will get all three of them. But that's where I glitched out at. I moved the Glacier Creek. I moved the hopper feeder. And when I went to grab the hopper itself, it glitched on me. So hopefully I don't have that problem again. So equipment, no, wrong one. Back. And we're going to go from this one, and this one. Move machines, shut it down. Run back. Actually, no, we're just going to teleport. Yeah, they're set up the same way they came in last time. So hopefully I don't have any issues. So the Glacier Creek I need to pick up from the back side. And then the hopper and the hopper feeder I need to pick up from the front side, which is kind of left, the way they're facing. So we'll cruise on over here, we'll pick this up. You guys let me know, do you like seeing these plants being built, or would you rather just see the digging part and the money being made? Let me know in the comments if you would. Because I'm okay either way, it's just part of the game, but I know that sometimes it's kind of boring to watch stuff like this. That's why I said I'm going to do the cables and stuff off camera. Damn it. Oh, and it's up on the roof too, really? How am I going to get that? Let's see. Let's lower this down. About there, maybe? Yeah, let's do right there. Hopefully, if this works like I want it to, if I can just get up here. Why can't I get up here? What the hell? There we go. Got it. Alright, where does this go? It goes right here. Sometimes you have to be a daredevil. Another one's hooked in there, really? Come on, no. How stupid. It's the same damn cable. I wasn't, whatever. Well, like I said, sometimes you get to see snappage. Alright, let's, down. And see if I can find the other cable too. Alright, so this one here is going to be this hook here. This one's going to go to the back side over here. There's my other cable. Let's go ahead and get this one hooked up, see where I gotta be anyway. Where is it? Okay, maybe Maybe that'll work. Alright, hook that in place, grab this one, hook it into place here, and go around the back side, hook it up. I really hate doing this with these heavy things, but sometimes you kind of have to. Alright. Now, because of the dip there and going down to that little crevice thing, I'm going to swing around here and go to the left. So it tries to keep it as straight as possible. It doesn't dip down and start dragging, busting cables. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that whole ghost thing. It was kind of weird. Like I said, I even reloaded the game, and it still was coming up with like a little ghost excavator. In fact, it flipped me all the way into town, right in front of the bank, from here. And then I tried restoring it back over to here, or moving it, I guess I should say, and didn't work. Alright, so about here, swing, 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 lower down a little bit. Slow down, somebody, come on. There we go. Now on this one, we should come from the front side and pick it up. Shouldn't be too hard. I had no problem with this. I had to drag it across the ground, but that was no big deal. And then I went back to get the hopper, and that's when it ghosted out on me. So after I get this in place, I'm going to do a quick save, just to make sure. In fact, I'm going to do it right now, as soon as I get up into this thing. We're going to spin this back in, lower it down, coming close. Is that too tall? No, I can go down a little bit more. There we go, about there. Alright, let's do a quick save. Let's just do a new one. I want this one, not autosave. Save game. There we go. Alright, go ahead and hop out. Try to connect all these things without making a mess. This is the front one. The back one. Looks like this one's the back one. No, that's the front one. Alright, let's hope we don't have the same issues we had before. Alright, start her up. Excavator digging. Really? That is crazy. Let's just go ahead and lower it back down. Get that connected back up. I didn't even move that fast. I mean, that could be part of the problem. It's in the wrong spot anyway. Somehow I got these ones crossed. Maybe that was the issue before, I don't know. Alright, let's try this again. Raise it up. Nice and slow. Can't do any more of that, so we're going to do a little of this. Just to try to get it the way we want. And we're going to just slowly come back through this way. We may drag it a little bit, which is fine. It won't hurt anything. As long as we don't hook on the building and get snapped. No, no, we're not going to drag. Okay, good. Alright, and spin to the left. Yeah, we just lost one, lost two. Son of a bitch. Let's tilt this thing back in. Yeah, we're gonna have fun putting this one in since it's turned around backwards now. Come on. Come on, spin. There we go. Alright, we'll lower down and get these cables connected back up. Man, I'm having problems with these things today. And that's not even the heavy stuff. All the heavy stuff's done. Alright, where'd the other one go? Can't be too far, right? There it is. Alright, now the hopper feeder, and then we have the generator and the fuel tank to move over next. Alright. And I think... In fact, I can't remember which way it goes in. But I think the motor has to stick out. So I may have to come from the back side on this thing. See where the motor's at first, I guess. Yeah, I think I have to dig it from this side and put it in the other way. Excuse me. Let's swing before we get snapped onto the roof there again. Alright, so I believe it's going to work like this. Swing to the right a little bit, and we will go down. Down low. So if we grab this cable here, it should go up here. This one down here should go there. This one should go here. Since I can't see that one, we're going to just do this and hook it back up like that. And then boom up. There's some dirt still left in here. I know you can't see it right now, but when you get to the right camera view, see right there, you see it. Alright, so let's switch to this. Yep, I was right. It does have to go this way. Okay, perfect. So this is the last part of the plant that needs to go in. And then after that, it's just moving stuff around and putting cables in. So I'm going to go ahead and pause recording and get all that done. And then we can start digging. Maybe get a load in or something before the end of the episode. And I'm thinking that we should... So if I look at the gold map, this is Parcel 2. So we have 4 hotspots. We have this one, this one, this one, and this one. So our plant is set up right in here. You can't see it there, but if you look at the regular map, you can see that it's going to be right in here where the plant's at, and then we have the drill that's still sitting back over there. I thought I returned that to the store, but I guess not. And then we'll have one here, and like one across here. So I'm thinking we should come over and dig this out first and just do it in rows like we do this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on and so forth. So like I'll highlight these ones right now. And in those 5 we have 162, 164, 162, 227, and 31. The only reason I'm getting the 31 is because it's 1.2 meters deep and it's 1.1. I mean, it's 31 for, you know, less than just over a meter's worth of material. So it's going to be like one bucket. And then this one, it's 4 meters, 227. This one's 3 meters, 162. 3 meters, 164. 3 meters, 162. And if we come over here, it's going to go up a little bit higher. Not on this one, but like these here, 174, 174. And so we'll just come across and do these. Next. So on and so forth. So let's go ahead and put this into place. And then I will transfer all the other stuff over here and get it all set up. Yeah, again, let me know if you guys like seeing the plants being put together, or if you just want to see digging. I said I'm okay either way. It has to be done. I mean, if it gets recorded, it gets recorded. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't care either way. Alright, so that's going to do it for this part. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pause recording and get all the cables and stuff set up, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, we're back. So all the things working properly. I dug one truckload just to make sure that the machine was working everything, and we got material going to the plant now. So I'm going to go ahead and back this up here and get ready to get a wash section done. Let's see, turn that off, switch, turn that one on, expand out just a little bit, there we go. I don't remember how much was in that one, but it took 3 scoops to get all the dirt out of that first square. I don't remember if it was 30 or if it was 50, but we got at least 50 ounces of gold in that first truckload. I'm thinking this stuff's going to be a lot better than what we had over there. I'm going to go ahead and back up just a little bit now. Probably about there. Should be good. Yeah, that'll work good, I think. What are we at? 89%. So let's go ahead and get a little scoop here. And that is 100. Okay. So let's curl that back in, go back down, fill her back up the rest of the way, and get it ready for the next one. I'm going to move that truck a little further forward on the next one so we can just keep working down the line. Then we'll come back, rinse and repeat, and keep doing it. For some reason, there's a little spot right in here. If you don't hit it just right, you like to stop instantly too. So we're not fast enough yet to keep the machine flowing. I'm really considering doing Frankensteins, but like I would need 2 to get over there, and I have to move them a lot. Although if I'm over there doing that, I could do 2 squares wide at a time instead of just doing 1, because why not? I could set the digger up to where I could do maybe 3 squares wide, and then I would only have to move the Frankensteins every so often. I'm not quite sure though. I might just keep the truck for this section here, and then when we go to one of the deeper sections or further sections, like the next section would be perfect because you see where the wash plant's at and where we're at. So we look at the gold map. So that's right here, and the wash plant's basically like right here. Yeah, right in this section here. So we could use a Frankenstein for this, and it'd only be 1, I think, for most of it. Maybe 2 for this end over here, and then we'd use straight across and 1, maybe 3. Same here, maybe 3 at most, but I think it'll all be done with 2. And that would be like 1.4 million, 1.5 million, something like that. So something to think about. Just like that, 2 squares done. This is way shallower than the last place. I mean, for most of it. There are some spots that are deeper, but 52%. do love this excavator. It is a beast. Oop, wrong way. 68, and now we're up to 86, so one more scoop. That's not a full scoop, what the hell? Why am I having such a problem? There we go. That's what happens when you try to do things too fast sometimes. Alright, so let's get over here. See how the plant's doing. We should be at, what, 38. This will make 48, 57. So a little over 2 trucks left. And how shallow this material is, that's probably going to be like where we move. Maybe not. It'll be close though. In fact, we may have to move before we get done with the truck. Or before we get done with the first set of mats. That's okay though. I can always do 2 wide if I need to. I was just trying not to do that, because then I have to be careful where I park the truck and trying to make things a little easier on myself. We're going to head back this thing up a little bit. About there. I'll go down and pick up some more. Since it's only a couple more scoops, I'm just going to leave the truck where it's at. If it was like brand new and I had to do a bunch into it, I'd probably move it. 92, so we need like half a scoop. Alright, so where we want this to be at is going to be about there this time. Alright, go ahead and go dump this truck. Definitely getting filled up. It's working along nice. These little hills and stuff are kind of hard to drive over. Another reason why I was thinking about the Frankensteins. I did end up purchasing the truck. As you can see, there's no more price tag over the top of it. So we own everything now. We have no leasing payments, nothing. Rental payments. Alright. Switch this over. Tells me turn the power on when the power's already on. Yep, it ain't far enough yet. That's fine though. I don't like that camera. There we go. I'm not quite sure where that dark spot's back there. Because usually that only happens when you're digging. And I definitely didn't dig in that spot. 71, so that should put this at 90. Oh man, bad bucket, 87, okay. So let's dig this. That might be enough. Man, that's a bad view to try to get that stuff. Alright, let's dig this back out. There we go. But we're going to move back just a little bit again. We want the truck to be about there. Like I said, where the truck's sitting right now, we're going to come back and get all that anyway. So, all that stuff will be gone. We should be this truck and then just a little bit more, I think, maybe? I kind of lost track. I wasn't paying attention. It's probably going to be a one wash or one clean out day just to make sure everything's working properly and we're not losing anything. I did do a little, like I said, little test as we were going, but we'll just do one clean out wash today and then hit it hard the next time. Maybe do a 45-minute video and go for 3 or something. I don't know. That looks good. Come on. There we go. So you saw what the boxes were, the squares here were like. Anybody has a guess on how much we're going to get for one clean out? The bucket is full. Yep, that was the last one. Okay. Alright, we'll dump this. Get to the pickup truck. Jump out. Turn it off. Switch over on this. And then turn on the power splitter. Run down here. Now that's weird. That's two different color golds. That's a yellow and that's a gold. Huh. I hadn't seen that before. Well, let's see how good we do then. Wonder if this part over here is denser and has more gold. They all say 100%, right? Well, not anymore. Yeah, this one's definitely darker. Interesting. I'm gonna have a little bit left over on this this sluice too. I said I know before it never did that, so I don't know what's going on. I do have my little bucket set up there if I do have to dump the extras in there. Or I can just put my shovel away and have it for next time, and then, you know, have a full scoop to put in later. Yeah, the bucket's full. We still got a little dirt left over. Toss it in there. Grab this. No, not that. This. Come on down. We're just going to go ahead and toss it right in here. Why is the water not running? It was turned off, that's why. Alright. So let's get this in here. Get this and this in here. So I set this up like this. 710 off the... Oh wow, that's a lot. So anyway, I set this up like this so that I could jump up and down easier to do mats. I don't want to be a TIE fighter. So we're going to go like this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 710 ounces. And then we can just jump back up, grab the last two, jump back down, put them in. Well, attempt to put them in. Start her up. We can grab this bucket, put a fresh bucket back in there. So if it's 710 710 ounces on those buckets, what's it going to be on the jig buckets? Or the Miner's Moss buckets, I mean. Another 745. Oh yeah, let's go. It's going to be a good clean out. Since I knocked this down, I'm going to go ahead and grab that and put those in place real quick. Can I get them from here? I can, sweet. Too bad I couldn't put like a board between these so I can just lay all these things on there. Although right here, I can kinda. I just knocked one down. That's alright, we'll come down here, put these in here. Start this thing up. Grab this, run it up there and drop it off. Alright. Wait for this to get done. I mean, we're going to have maybe a full bucket of magnetite too. Off of one run. Not quite, but 70%. 70% on this is going to be huge over there, I think. So let's go ahead and toss this in here. Oh wait, we still got to pull this out. Dump that. Because I do want to know what the jig is separate from those. Let's go ahead and put these mats back in here. And there's 731. Alright, so that's all done with that part. We can pull that out. Is that the one I go? Nope, that's my bucket. I need this one. Alright, so this is going to be the Miner's Moss. We'll go ahead and start this up. How close is that going to be? 77% off one run. And 2,041 magnetite added. That is pretty darn good. We can go ahead and shut that off now. This is my gold bucket. No, where is my gold bucket? I should have 3. There it is. Yep, okay. So that's at 50%. We can dump another one in. Put these back over here. I thought I shut this thing off. There we go. Pushed the wrong button, I guess. So off of the gold nugget up there and the 2 jigs so far, we have 30% left and we're up to 120, 130 ounces of gold so far. I think this is going to be a good spot for us to make some money and be able to go buy the new claim. So 156 out of the jigs and the bucket up there. Let's see what the miner's moss gives us. And we got the trauma worker now too. So 145 ounces off the miner's moss, and then 156, 157 off of the 2 jig buckets and that up there. That is not bad. Let's go ahead and run into town. Truck's over here. I'm not going to take the magnetite. I'm going to wait and stockpile 5 or 6 buckets of it at a time, because it's not on our way anymore. It's way out of the way. I mean, in fact, this is kind of a long ways to travel too. So I'm going to just cruise on over there, and I will see you when I get over there. So we were averaging before like an ounce every yard and a half or 2 yards. So we're going to smelt 302, lose $7,400 in cost, and 7.5 ounces. I mean, not bad for one run. So I'm hoping that we get like an ounce a yard here. Because I mean, no, we weren't even getting that much, because it was like 2,700 for 700, so that'd be like 4 yards to the ounce. So if we get 2 yards to an ounce, it'd be good for us. So we'll find that out here in a second after we're done selling this 294.5 ounce gold bar. We will jump back over to the claim and sleep for the night and see how much dirt we moved compared to gold that we got. But I'm looking at this, because one thing should be 550, I think, or somewhere right in there. And then we did 300 ounces of gold, so it should be like a yard and a half. Alright, so we got 3.55 million now. And I'm sorry, I didn't even look to see. I know it was 300,000 something. I didn't see the exact amount. Let's go ahead and travel back to Rivertown now. And I'll see you when we get there. Actually, I'm going to stop and look and see how much the Frankensteins are first. And then I'm going to travel over there. Okay, invisible wall, thank you. Weird. Alright, so the Frankensteins and the Cordylis are usually oh yeah, they're 850,000 now. They're normally like 7 something. So we gotta wait a little further into summer before we purchase those. Yeah, same price. These have gone up 10% since we first came on, which means these are up 10% also, yeah. Yeah, no reason to even think about purchasing those right now. We'll just work on doing this claim with the dump truck and the excavator for now. Alright, so I'm going to cruise back over there, and I'll see you when we get there. Alright, let's go sleep for today. It's back over here. And see how much dirt we moved. Alright, sleep till dawn. Alright, so we moved 550 basically, and 300, so we're getting like 1 3/4 yards to an ounce, which is fine. I mean, way better than what we were getting. So if we do like 4 clean outs, we're going to have 1,200 ounces. And it just keeps going up as we get to better claims, so that's good. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for stopping by. If you have any tips or tricks or questions or comments, put them down in the comment section. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And if you liked it, click that like button, please. It really helps out the channel. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you later. Have a good day.